Kia ora whānau, welcome along to the New Zealand American Football Federation's Flag Football National Champs. My name's Mark Peard, with me Brendan McGurk, and I tell you what, Brendan, 10 teams from all around the country here competing to be the national champs. It's an exciting weekend.
It's a great weekend. As you said, we've got 10 teams from around the country: Auckland, Hamilton, Hawke's Bay, Wellington, Nelson and Christchurch, all competing for a chance for our national trophy.
Now, for those who are familiar with the NFL, the 11-a-side game, it's very similar. Just take away a few things, yeah?
Yeah, just a few things, mainly the helmets, the pads, the girdles, the tackles. So what constitutes a tackle in this game is a pull of the flag, similar to like you would see in Ripper Rugby.
Perfect. All right. Well, without further ado, let's head into some of the games.
None of you people can tell me to stop. Lower the lights down, hand over my crown, hand over my heart. I do this for my town, I do this for my crowd. So turn me up real loud. My time. None of you people can tell me to stop. Turning the track up, I'll never go back down. Hand over my heart, I do this for my town, I do this for my crowd. So turn me up real loud. My time. None of you people can tell me to stop. None of you people can tell me to stop. Lower the lights down, hand over my crown.
Yeah, the celebrations around. Brendan McGurk, Mark Peard, covering you what is the Flag Football Championships, brought to you by New Zealand American Football Federation. Thanks so much to skysportnext. And Brendan, an interesting matchup. We get to see the placing final between the Metro Lions versus the North Harbour Pride, and both these teams a little banged up.
Yeah, it's been the story of the competition of the team who is the healthiest goes the furthest. With North Harbour Pride, I think they're down about 2 or 3 players from when they started the tournament, along with Metro Lions, who, although they had more player numbers, are still down 2 players as the games have gone on. So it's survival of the fittest. Survival
of the fittest indeed, and we will see. It looks like the Metro Lions are going to be starting off on offence. A bit of flexing going on. The boys are all very, very excited knowing that they are on the stream, that they'll be seen live. And probably a good chance to bring out our sideline commentator down there, Paul Lawrence. And Paul, give us a little talk about the rabbit holes on the ground that they've been filled up overnight, and how these can affect the players running the long routes.
It's an interesting game.
A little bit of another obstacle, another element to the game that's a little bit more tricky. There's a few rabbit scratchings, a few droppings still on the side of the field actually, but the team at NZAFF went around and actually filled in a whole lot of the holes with some buckets, and it's been a bit of ground maintenance throughout the day actually, throughout the weekend. It's a challenge, guys. It's actually a challenge, but other than that, the grounds are pretty nice. They're in great condition, and it is allowing us, with the dry weather, to actually get a lot of running football, which is really good. So coming into these last few matches, I think we're going to see a few long balls, which is exciting. It's what AFC and the rest of NZAFF is about. Totally.
And I mean, there's a bit of wind down there. We can hear it through the microphones. I mean, the team that it's obviously facing downfield with the wind. Any advantages to that, Brendan? Would you be, I mean, you've just played out there as well, the advantage of having that wind at your back when you're running those routes?
Yeah, it's definitely an advantage of those deep balls where you don't have to use your arm strength as much to get it down there. But as you know, it's all about the short passing, and the wind won't affect it as much. So if you've got a strong arm quarterback, the wind won't be an issue. But if you've got someone who's a bit tired after a couple of days, he's really going to be looking forward for when they've got that wind at their back and they can really take advantage of it.
Brilliant. I tell you what, cool story too if you're at home to learn about with this North Harbour Pride team, and they're in the crimson colours. They're all out on the field starting to warm up. We'll hear about them as well. But these are the group of friends that actually started off playing Madden. They were all into Madden. They also, were fit university students and decided, man, let's put the controllers down and run a few routes ourselves. And this is where they've got to. And that's the great thing about flag football, not only in this country, but around the world. The non-contact means anyone can get out there and play.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a great understanding of the game. You've got a guy that understands, oh, look, Julio Jones in Madden, he does a slant route. I exactly know how to run that slant route. And that's my bread and butter, and that's what I'll do.
And what do we know about this Metro Lions side? From the weekend's experience, we know that they love to talk. They're a good team. They've they've got everything they need on offense, and they're pretty good defensively as well.
Yeah, they've got Darcy, who wears number 1 on their team. Now, he was a member of the HPU, and he was an absolute stalwart on defence. And he has the uncanny ability to dissect an offense before it's even played based on formations. Real student of film, and he's just very intelligent. Look for him to make some huge plays.
All right, we're getting underway, and it is the Metro Lions who will take the ball on possession. Quarterback Martino Meredith gets the snap, 3 wide receivers out, and passes back to his centre. Now, this is a fun one, isn't it? This is Ezra Meredith, who gets it through. Oh, they've let the flag go.
Yep, made first down.
Made first down, and there we
ball.
have it. That was good movement from the hips, wasn't it?
That was great movement.
Yeah, Ezra just, he caught the ball, and of course you need to rip one of the flags off completely. And as you can see there, swiveled the hips, and North Harbour Pride give up a big play in the first throw of the game. And Brendan, it's pretty simple, isn't it? You've got 4 plays to get to halfway, and then another 4 plays to get into the end zone, and you get yourself 6 points.
That's exactly it. So again, 4 plays to get to the cones, or the white lines as you see halfway. And then he's got resets once they get to that first down, and then they get another 4 plays to get to the end zone. He's caught it just in front.
Oh, well done.
And the play ends. So now it's 2nd and short, or 2nd and goal.
There we go. Connor Regan with the catch, and Meredith buying himself some time, wheeling out to the right, just giving him that nice throw into the wind as well, I must say. So good, strong arm there from the quarterback of the Metro Lions, Martino Meredith. There goes the break.
Now you see them here. They're lined up in a bunch formation.
Which means they're all nice and tight. And the 3-player wide receivers will go out. Center's out there as well.
Cool.
Meredith
Back
looking.
left, caught for a touchdown.
Perfect.
No flags on the play.
There we go. First points on the board for the Metro Lions. And it was the man who made the big play to begin with, Connor Regan, who then takes it in for a touchdown. Nice catch, nice throw. Good start for the Metro Lions.
And Metro are going for 1.
So here's the 1-point conversion. Now, if they take it back another 10 yards, you can go for a 2-point conversion. But they've chosen to go for 1 here.
Then I know trips right, or trips left.
There we go.
Crossing
Everyone's
routes.
running, crossing. Oh, there we go. We had a slip in the background there, Connor Regan. Busy offensive stand for Connor Regan. Managed to pull in that long ball. Also scored the touchdown and had all eyes on him for that extra point. And Metro Lion will have to settle there for the touchdown and not get the extras. So let's see what the North Harbour Pride could do as their offense rolls out. Of course, they've had to have a change at quarterback. David Tupu will be throwing the ball, and their centre and normal quarterback, Dylan Kirk, hikes it back to him. He's hurt his shoulder.
Short pass across the middle, flag pulled.
I mean, that's methodical, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's how you march down the field. That's how you march down. And Paul, what have you seen down there?
Yeah, I'm just noting you've got the tall gentleman on the far side of the field with the orange hair, standout orange on the red tops. You can't miss it. Mitch, you look for him on the outside. He's very, very fast, and he's got the height and the jumping ability to make those deep snags as well. Just seeing out there, looks like we've got a false start. Against the Harbour, North Harbour Pride, the team with the ball in the red at the moment. Like yesterday, I was actually guarding up on Mitch on the outside, and he ran a deep route on me and ended up pulling up lane, pulled my hammy, which is a bit of a shame. So here we go, he's running a go now, comes across on the post.
Same play. And good flag grabbing there from the Metro Lions. So basically, explain a false start to those watching who aren't familiar, Brendan, to the game.
So general rule of thumb is the quarterback will go down, set, hut. Once the quarterback says set, there can be no movement on the line. So that's a false start. What you're finding now with flag football is they won't actually give the option for a set, or they'll go a silent snap, which means there's no chance of that false start. So what we're looking for is now is if the receiver takes a forward step or doesn't wobble on the line. It's quite obvious and it's quite embarrassing because it can ruin a drive.
Well, Tupou there finds himself Dylan Kirk again, and that's 3 throws in a row that have gone to Kirk. I'm going to go ahead and put this out there, gentlemen. I've got a feeling Kirk's going to be a big part of the receiving game early on. That's just a prediction, as we've seen the offensive set. So they've got one more. What are we on now? Second. So they've got 2 more attempts to try and make it to halfway. Ball hike back to Tupou. He gets it out, and more great flag grabbing there. These Metro Lions, man, they're sharp. They're tight. And this is 4th down. This is a big play for the Harbour. I mean, they need this Harbour Pride to stay with the Metro Lions, who are looking very, very sharp straight away on offence.
Yeah, they've got to get about 19 yards here. So watch a couple of hitches up to about that line, and then they'll come back and catch it.
Right, so they don't want to go too long. They just need to get over halfway to reset the downs and try and get 4 more. Tubo under pressure. Oh, he's got a few ones line. And there we go again.
Caught.
That man again.
Miss Flagpole. Great job. Keeps the dream alive.
Just keeps on going down the field. Is that Dylan Kirk? That's his 4th reception now. So she's all go. And Harbour Heat bringing on some subs. Harbour Pride, of course, a whole lot of mates that met playing Madden and decided, hey, this is fun. Let's give flag a go. And have performed admirably throughout the weekend for the national champs. Little offload there. It's a running play. And he's going to get in.
Touchdown.
There we go. Touchdown.
That's the first running play I've seen all tournament.
That's a bit of a shock. We do like to throw the ball around, but yep, that was really well done. So the difference between a running play and whether the teams can pass forward and back, how does that work, Brendan?
So, yeah, I mean you can hand it off to a running back. So what they had there is they had a jet sweep, which means the receiver comes down, runs between the quarterback and the centre. Therefore, the pass is semi-forward. It counts, and he just runs on.
We got the 1-pointer as well. So, North Harbour Pride taking a lead. It was a nice wee pass there.
Yep.
Tupou looks very, very comfortable considering he's been asked to play quarterback due to the injury of the shoulder of Dylan Kirk, who seems to be making all the catches now.
Cool.
It's a bit of a, I mean, it's a tough one, isn't it? When you've been playing all tournament in one position, and then you've got the keys to the car to try and drive the offense the whole length of the field during the time where the seedings happen.
Yeah, exactly.
So we'll get a second look now at the Metro Lions offense as they roll back out. Of course,
Yep.
Harbour back on D.
And a trips left formation.
Trips left. That means 3 of the receivers are all out to the left. Here we go, Meredith. Head fake. Nice.
Cool. Short ball across the middle. Miss Flagpole. An extra 2 yards there.
And that again, he has got quite a hookup happening right now with Connor Egan, and those two are poetry in motion as they make their way up the field. A little bit of a niggle there, or injury it looked like to, was it Eddie Taylor who had a bit of a fall down there in one of those rabbit holes?
Yeah, Eddie's had a bit of an issue all season. He's been a champion and playing through.
Here we go, Metro Lions.
Short pass number.
That's Thomas. Yeah, and he is a very tidy player. Watching him yesterday, he reminds me of a Maurice Jones-Drew.
Very nuggety.
Yeah, it's what you'd call your typical nugget, but a clean set of heels.
Clean heels, safe hands.
Yep, safe hands and elusive. And the Metro Lions liking to stack all their wide receivers in nice and tight to the centre. And I mean, that usually means trouble, doesn't it? Metro Lions haven't taken long to get up to the halfway mark. Meredith again, head fake, shoulder twist, and there we go.
Deep ball to Darcy.
Beautiful deep ball. Darcy Williams brings it in.
Yep.
And that's too easy.
I think he had his flag pulled right before he came over.
Oh, they
just
did.
Short.
There
just
we
short.
Go. Paul, you had a much better view of that. How close?
Oh, it's a game of inches. It is an absolute game of inches. The thing is with the flag, you can extend the ball out. And if you get the ball past the line, break the plane, then it's 6 points, easy money. But Darcy, flag pull.
Meredith again, nice and close to the line. This should be easy. Oh, little scoop through. The 2 wide receivers seem to run into each other there. Meredith got some time on his hands. Oh, just
incomplete.
Just close there. Wow. Wow, that should have... I mean, that was a tough one to try and catch, but you want to try and catch those ones and get off the field and get the defence back out into the hot sun. Yep. You don't want to hang around too long out there.
A little trick with these kind of short distance passes is if you need a touchdown or a first down, it's really simple for the quarterback to just get the ball and then shovel pass it forward, especially if you only need 1 yard.
I think Thomas Nunn probably would have preferred a little shovel pass there rather than get the graze on his arms. And there we go. There's that clean set of hands we were talking about, tiptoed into the end zone. And what I mean, that's 2 from 2. Metro Lions charging up the field. And they look like they're in complete control here. Now, what are we looking down there, Paul? Is they going for 1 point, or are they?
They are. They've got one. So we're currently looking at how they're going to come out. Should be a nice floater across the top, I reckon, to that back pylon
There
on
we
that
go.
far corner. I think that's where we're going to see number 1 or 15 head.
Do we call him Paul Lawrence or we call him Tony Romo? Here we go. Fades over, courts back. Darcy, again, great set of hands. And the 1 point is complete. It's good to see that the scoreboard is facing the wrong way. But it makes it... What are we at? There we go. Everyone's a part of the community here. You've got people playing by rabbit holes. You've got people playing games and then jumping on the commentary team. It's a community team. It's a community effort, and I just saw one of the referees bend down and grab one of the scores and put it up. All right, back to the North Harbour Pride. They've looking like they're trying to be methodical as well.
Yeah, but you look at them to go down and on their third, maybe fourth attempt to get it just over. They're not going to go bomb it down.
No.
They just want to control the clock.
It's Tupou with the fake pitch forward. He's got himself in a bit of trouble. Can we do a spin? No. Darcy not only catching the extras, but also catching tags on defence. Remember, a lot of these players will play both sides of the ball, which isn't common in the American game that we see broadcast into our lounges on a Monday and a Tuesday. Of course, you have one specialised position and
Yep.
you're doing nothing else, but not here in New Zealand, the flag football national champs. North Harbour Pride having another roll. Tupou rolls out to his
Deep
right.
bomb.
It's a big bomb and easy pick. That's the turnover that the Metro Lions were looking for. Means we will now see, because they intercepted the ball, we will now see the Metro Lions offence come back out onto the field.
They will
And
start with it at their 5.
Harbour Pride, the defenders will roll back out. So, I mean, you've been involved in these games, Brendan. What does that feel like when you know they've just come down and scored and then you throw a pick? How's the morale on the team?
Yeah, it depends on the team. I think these guys will be pretty good, but it just ruins the flow of the game. If you're methodical and you get down and then you throw a pick right at the end, it just almost feels like you've done all that work for nothing.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Meredith on the snap. Fakes the ball forward. There we go.
Cool.
We've got a
Flag
flag
on
being
the play.
pulled, so it's a free play. We'll see what happens in it. Now, was that a flag on the defence or the offence? This will determine where the ball is set. All right, let's go down to Paul Lawrence. He's got the inside word. Tell us what happened, Paul. What does that mean?
Yeah, so there's quite it's a rule that you don't get in contact. The rule on the field by the referee is obstructing the pass rusher. So as you'll see, the man in the middle with the red shirt and the orange laces, he puts his hand up, which means that he has right of way. So he's just put his hand up there. Right of way means that the centre has to get out of his way. In that instance, the centre did not get out of his way. He impeded the pass rusher, and it's a half the distance to the goal penalty.
All right, so the Lions back at it and went to their same player again. It's the big number 3, Eddie Taylor, who we were saying has been struggling through injury, but done very, very well there and carved off a good 10, 15 yards there, would you say, Brendan?
Yeah.
Remember,
no.
we're playing. This is football here, folks. We would love to be talking in metres, but it's just not football to be talking in metres.
No, it's, again, as we said, Duncan Dunk plays down the field on that third, maybe that fourth. They'll get to the halfway and refresh their set of downs and control the clock.
Split wide receivers now, 2 to the left and 1 to the right, and it's a
No,
stop-go
there's a
route. There we go, stop-go route, and
Flag full.
flag is pulled. That's a beautiful play. You can
Yeah,
see.
that was an option, a great high-low read. So what we mean by that is the quarterback reads, he sees where the defender's up, he reads high. If the safety's or his guy's free, he's going to throw it deep. If there's a safety or a top guarding him, all right, he'll just go this simple pass down below. So it's a game of chess.
It is indeed. 3 wide receivers stacked to the left. Meredith gets the ball in hand, and there's a lot of pressure on him, but he's evaded that pressure, passed it out to his brother, and are they going to give him the touchdown?
Just short.
Just short. Tell you what, some evasive hips. We've seen some great hip movement from Ezra.
Yeah, great hip movements. Carol's right, those hips don't lie.
He almost wiggled his way through, but they will be probably half a yard short, maybe 1 yard. 1 yard away. Those who can't actually see it, Paul Lawrence is actually, he's signalling up to us in the commentary box the exact amount of yards. We're going to call it 1 yard. So Meredith again, he's got two wide receivers to his left. Little shovel route looking there.
Oh, tipped off the fingers.
Off the fingertips. Ezra again had a chance to score. And the Metro Lions, though, they're ticking along, aren't they, nicely? 13 points to 7 over the Pride, and every time they've had the ball, they've looked likely.
Yeah, it's more likely than not that they'll score, and they've been like that all game. And with flag football, because it's a game of one-on-ones, a defensive turnover is a game changer.
Yeah.
A pick six, that pick that they had just before, that'll be the thing that wins it for them.
Right. Tino Meredith, a little wee shovel pass there to Thomas
Lateral
Ryan.
to Darcy,
Lateral and Darcy.
shovel.
Look at that. I mean, you can draw them up, you can practice them, but when they come off and it's on TV, don't you look good?
Yeah. So why that was legal, because all those back passes were done backwards.
And
Right,
you
the
can
pass
pass-
goes forward, can only happen once,
Right.
which was that shovel right across the goal line in the corner.
The old lateral, it's called in American football, but in New Zealand we call it just a rugby pass, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pass it backwards. So Meredith looking to get the extras now. Two wide receivers to his left, one to his right. Let's see if he goes to Darcy again. He does. There it is. Lock it in. Another 1 point. And the Lions on fire, marching up the field. And what is that? 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns.
Easy.
Too easy at the moment. Feel a bit sorry for the North Harbour Pride, who have said that they have got a lot of injuries, and of course a change to their starting quarterback.
Again, anything can change. Watch a pick be run back for a touchdown, and it being a single score game.
We'll see what can happen here as the North Harbour Pride line up. And what are they running there? They've got 2 wide receivers out to the left, 1 onto the right. I reckon there we go, little under route. There we go, back to the meat and potatoes.
Safe and simple.
That's it. And Kirk carves off another 10 yards as they move towards that halfway line. Try and get themselves another 4 plays to make it happen. Cheering in the background is another game that's happening.
That was a one-handed touchdown.
One-handed touchdown in the Raiders game back there, but back to ours, and David Tupou holds it up. Little sideways lateral.
Double
Forward
QB
pass.
set for a first down.
There we go. Dylan Kirk's got a bit of wheels. His shoulder might be puckaroo, but he's still got the legs. Tell us about the double quarterback set, Brendan. What's that about?
So what you'll usually do is just have 2 quarterbacks or 2 people that can throw a ball. One will usually be line of scrimmage. He'll drop back, do that lateral pass, so there's no forward pass so far. And the reason you usually do that is to pull the defense to one side, to have one guy open on the other side, and it's just a nice, easy, long play, like we just saw then.
Nice. I tell you what, the wind is starting to pick up, and we're starting to lose a few bits of our equipment, but that's all right. Paul Lawrence on the sideline. What do you got? Cross back to Paul Lawrence. For some reason, we're hoping he didn't blow away in the same. No. All right. Let's move back to the game then. What have we got, Tupou? Illegal forward pass. That's what the calling was, and that's why the ball got pulled back. And thank you, Paul. He had to do it manually. He had to yell it at me up in the commentary box. Again, it's what we do here. So that's why that play that looked really, really good got called back, and Tupou just got sacked. Not ideal. Metro Lions with all the play at the moment up 20 points to 7. 1:31 left in the first half. And there'll be a bit of head scratching going on for the North Harbour Pride. I mean, they have had the wind at their backs for this first half, which you could imagine would help them. Tupou. Little hip movement. He's got the side arm. It's a great pass. Oh, put down.
2 receivers in the same place.
Yeah. That usually means somebody's got it wrong, doesn't it? If you've got 2 receivers at the same place at the same time.
Someone thinks they're the same position.
Yeah. David Tupou, unlucky that they couldn't get that one happening. So looks like we will get another look now at the Metro Lions, who are clicking on all cylinders. Of course, that 2 quarterback set. The interesting one is Martino Meredith and Israel Meredith both playing quarterback positions, so it's interesting to see if they want to switch the 2 boys up. Easier for us, we can both say the Meredith in the background.
Yeah.
But it is Martino Meredith who is lining up in this snap. He's got bunched receivers right in the middle. Slides back, it looks like, yep, a little under route there. Number 14, Thomas Naren, and he got away from the first grab of that tag, and looks like he's going to get very, very close to that halfway line, which would reset the downs. Go, Brendan, you can see it, it's perfectly in front of us. What are you giving us? How many yards left?
They've got one and a
yard?
half. Let's be generous.
It's great hands there again from Thomas Naren, and he's been doing this all weekend. Truly wonderful player. Meredith waiting for the snap, calls it back, trips to the left, rolls out. Oh, he's going to throw the bomb, and there he is again, Thomas Naren. Look at him go. That little wee stutter step. He's got it very, very close. Stopped right on the line. Flag pulled less than a yard out. Beautiful play all round. It's good football.
That's good football.
Paul Lawrence, you can call us and tell us exactly how close they are. Here we go. Meredith lines it up. I'm going to go at least maybe half a yard away. I'm calling that from distance though. 1 yard. There we go. Meredith, nice. There it is. Little wee out route. And once again,
Mr. Automatic.
Mr. Automatic. Thomas Naren is just, and he's been doing this all weekend. I mean, I saw him catch a streak route. I saw him catch a little one over the middle, spun past the defender and score touchdowns. I saw him catch one right out on the end zone and pull it in. And he's not the tallest of players, but he's certainly got some ups, and he's got a clean set of hands and can play it from all directions, even when running it. All right, so it looks like that they've gone back. Is it, no, 1 pointer. We'll try and add another extra. The Metro Lions on fire on offense. Tino Meredith takes the snap, sights himself. There we go, one of his favourite targets again.
Oh, tipped on defence.
Tipped on. North Harbour Pride doing everything they can to stay within this match. It's good football. Their offense rolls back out, and of course only 7 players listed. When you've got 5 playing on either defense or offense, that means you've got to play both ways if you're one of these players or some of these players, just to make the numbers up. And after a long, hefty weekend, the Madden boys, friends who got their team together after playing a game of Madden and have really enjoyed it, and have certainly impressed a lot of people this weekend and found their way into this match, looking to try and pull their way back. That was a little off pass there, and David Tupou received the ball back. Gained 2 or 3 yards. That's the first half, looking like it's come to an end. It looks like they've got one more play left in them. Wide receivers, 2 to the right. Little out right there. He's going to need to get a long way. Oh, not long enough. There we go.
Timeout
red, okay. Ignore the screaming car alarm. Oh, I've always thought that was the halftime hooter, but no such luck. Yeah, it's someone's car alarm up on the hill that keeps on going off, and me thinking it's the buzzer, but it's not. So timeout for the North Harbour Pride, and they'll reset their offense and see how they can go. 2 wide receivers set out to his right, one off to the left. Tupou waiting for the ball to be snapped. Rolls out to his left. Oh, he's got a lot of pressure on him. Oh, a lot of pressure.
4th down.
Under a lot of pressure, and now they'll have one chance. One chance to try and make it to halfway and try and stay in this match. Of course, the Metro Lions up 26 points to 7 over the Pride at this stage, and they need this. Brendan, this is the type of play where you just run a few hooks and just stand there on that halfway line and hope the ball gets thrown to you and you hold it.
Exactly. You want to run just past that line, come back, and then make them think you're going deep.
What do you know, Brendan? You run a streak, that's what you do.
You run a streak, you go big or you go home.
You go, you roll the dice. You're down by 19 points, so instead of making that first down, you certainly take it. you have a hiff. It's like you would if you're at the park with the friends. You always want to run that streak, that long route.
Just do that, Brett Favre.
Yeah, that's it. The gunslinger.
Or Patrick Mahomes today.
Yep, slam it over the middle. And it has been a turnover on downs. We'll get to see the Metro Lions again. And, well, the sturdy hands of Thomas Nahn hoping as Martino Meredith runs the ball out. The wind starts to pick up. Again, I'm pretty sure they've been playing into a fairly stiff wind, this Metro Lions team. So
it's definitely picked up in the last 10 minutes.
I'm thinking that if they are going to be... Oh, they've had a switch at quarterback. Ezra Meredith's headed back to quarterback. The lead must be where it's at. Oh, now a couple of laterals. And looking for the long ball. No pressure being put on him. This is going to be a tough one to try and make any yards. He's still going to give it a hiff, though. Must be one play.
And it's out.
Out of bounds.
Cool. And that's half-time.
There is half-time. It was one play. So
one play.
The big arm of Ezra Meredith in to give it a hiff.
Run the clock out.
Yep, North Harbour Pride knew that was coming and dropped everyone back on defence. And bit of a one-sided half there. So we've got the Lions up 26 points to 7 over the Pride, and Metro Lions looking like it's all fire and all good to go. So I reckon there's a good chance to actually cross down to sideline there and see if Paul Lawrence wants to have a yarn and have a few thoughts about that first half.
Yeah, thanks guys. It's certainly been a exciting, action-packed first half of football. 26-7 to the Metro Lions. They're actually a young team too, and they're coming out with some exciting players, and they've got some very established players, but a lot of players actually pulled out on Friday, so they've had to rope in a few extras who are going the distance, and it's certainly been a couple of matches for the Metro Lions which have been really, really good. I've got CJ Berry with me now. He is the captain, I guess, of the Wellington Wolves. He's also one of the NZAFF board members. CJ, tell us about your tournament. How's it going so far, travelling up from Wellington with a young bunch of dudes?
Yeah, so we've had an awesome tournament. We've played really good football. We've come out on the wrong end on just about all of them, but the boys have loved it, made some big plays, had a blast. It's been great. And
you've got a couple of young boys in the team. How old is the youngest player in your team?
Our youngest is 14 years old. Hopefully he'll be playing quarterback for us in the next game. But yeah, he's been eating it up for sure.
And that's the good thing with these tournaments is we can get the young players to come in and start early, and then they keep going, they graduate. They've got 10, 15 years ahead of them in the game. And as you can see from the referee out here, Jim Hunter, who you might see in the next game as well, he's in his mid to late, I'll say 30s, but it's actually 40s. We'll give you a wee wink there. So there's the longevity in the sport because there isn't as much contact is fantastic. And CJ, it's great. Good luck out there in the next game against the Hamilton Hawks.
Awesome, Paul. Thanks, mate. Cheers.
Such a treat to have the boys up from Wellington City Wolves, of course, and he's right. You can play for a lot longer, and Brendan, I guess that's where a good point to bring you back in. I mean, you've been playing all weekend. How's the body held up? How have you got on?
Pretty good. I had surgery in January, so I'm definitely feeling it in that part of the body now. But it's, as we said, the team that stays the healthiest goes the furthest.
That's the one. It's whoever's the best and stays the healthiest is usually the teams that will be in the final. And I tell you what, just before we came to this game, there was a massive game between two favourites of the actual competition itself, that being the Hawke's Bay Heat and the Nelson boys.
Nelson Honey Badgers.
Yeah, the Honey Badgers, who have been both teams on fire, ended in a 33-point draw. Now, that was one of those games where you just wanted to keep on watching them go at it. The ball was being flung left, right and centre. It was a great advertisement for the game here, and the game is growing here, Brendan. The game is one of those sports that people are like, I actually quite like watching American football. I quite like playing it on Madden. And you know what? I don't know if I can afford all the padding and the helmets, and the contact is always a little elusive. And we've all seen the movie about concussions. What can I play that's a bit safer? What can I play that's right up my alley? And this is it.
It is. It's the one that puts American football different from other sports as the forward pass. And flag football is the ultimate sport of the forward pass. You know, it requires two groups of 5 mates, just flinging the ball around. There's variations. If you don't know how to play, get in contact with your local club. Go to the NZAFF website, give us a Google. Even if you don't want to do that, there's plenty of playbooks online, and Bob's your uncle.
Tell us about the New Zealand Markle. Now, some of these players obviously have either played for the Markle or are eligible to be playing for them. This is our New Zealand representative team on the world stage.
It is. So how we have the Marco is we have the High Performance Unit, which is a program where we use these type of competitions and our regional competitions, find the top players. We go, look, we think you've got some real talent. We want to develop, we want to grow you, and that we have a player pool that we can select on and go against the best in the world.
We'll have to talk about how we went last time out at the World Champs, but like there's a change at QB now for the North Harbour Pride as they'll get first position here. No, ball gets back down to Tupou, and he's offloaded it again, and that was a play that never really got going.
He was very close to getting a safety there.
Safety was when you get caught in your own end zone, which
and
would
results
cost,
in 2 points for the other
cost you
team.
2 points if you get caught in your own end zone and the flag is ripped. So it's all go. Tupou had his hands on his waist going, yeah, wasn't quite how we drew it up, lads. That's not how we ran it on Madden. Tupou got two wide receivers off to his right.
One rusher.
One to his left. There you go. And there we go. That's that methodical hustle that we've seen from him in the first half. It hasn't done them well, though, if I'm being completely honest, as the Lions, Metro Lions, lead 26 points to 7 over the Pride, but they're sticking to their guns.
They are.
They've limped into this game. Injuries galore, as what will happen in a long weekend of hustling. And the boys will get another shot to get a first down first and hopefully get a touchdown. But 2nd and 10. Tupou, nice little one over the middle again. More of the same, but he's missed the flag rip, and he's still going. Oh, well, that was a great play.
2 missed flag pulls, but he's got the first down halfway towards the end zone. Great result.
Their usual starting quarterback there, that's Dylan Kirk, and he's usually the one throwing the ball, but his shoulder's a bit puckaroo, and he's decided to play centre, and obviously stack up the yardage as a receiver this time round. Tupou gets the snap. Once again, back to the big fella. Dylan Kirk throws a big side step, gets within half a metre of the end zone.
Flag was pulled just as he was reaching for the pylon.
So that'll be very, very close. And I might have got this wrong, but it seems to be that if you've got the wind blowing gustily into your face, it's easier to march it up the field in this game.
I think so. Or maybe North Harbour have just said, let's just play some safe football. You see them doing that fake handoff and then just doing dumps across the middle.
There we go. That pass was broken up. Great defensive play there from Sam Brown of the Metro Lions. And you know what? Sam Brown has been rushing all weekend, and there's a flag that's been thrown. Not entirely sure what that was for. Any idea down there, Paul?
Yeah, hey guys, I didn't actually see that. I was being such a good roving reporter that I missed it. I was actually checking the score on the game behind us, 22-8. The two Raiders teams playing each other. So I'm sorry, it was a defensive penalty, so it is half the distance to the goal. So they've moved forward another 6 inches, and here we go.
That's super. Oh, the little offload. Very good. Well run in. It's a touchdown. And elusive is the only way I could describe that. He looked like he was well covered, but he put the hands up in the air, and that's part of this with the flag, isn't it? You cannot cover your flags. You've got to have your hands up if you're running with the ball, and you've got to make sure that they're readily available for the opposition. You can spin, and he did it all perfectly there and made it through. Tupou gets the ball again. Little out route that doesn't quite work. Pressure on. And Sam Brown getting through on him. And the Metro Lions, well, they gave up that touchdown. They'll be happy that they kept the extra point out. And I don't want to be too ambitious, but it feels like we might have a bit of a game on our hands, gentlemen.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
I hope at halftime they've made the adjustments. They've calmed themselves down. They're playing safe football. They'll be playing to prevent defence rather than trying to be aggressive.
I've got a feeling, boys, I'm going to throw this out there, that we are going to see a couple of bombs in this half from the Metro Lions with the wind at their back. They've got 3 wide receivers stacked out to the left. Martino Meredith waiting for the ball from Ezra. There he goes, the snap's big, flag's been thrown, so whatever happens here will be reviewed. False start. I'm seeing a false start signal there from the side referee. Looking like this will be pulled back, and the Metro Lions are going to be punished for a false start. So, movement before the ball was snapped.
There was a false start, so half the distance to the goal, replay first down.
They'll lose a bit of ground, the Metro Lions, but you get the feeling they should still march through. Scores 26 points to 13. As you can see on the screen, Metro Lions doing it easy in the first half. Now with the wind at their back, up against a beat-up North Harbour Pride, and Meredith takes the snap. Here we go.
Crossing.
Samir in that. Oh, Brown with a great catch. Great catch, and now we see he's got the wheels.
Great catch on the sideline. Body control to stay in and then get a couple of yards after the catch.
Paul Lawrence, is that Mitch guy that you were talking about that's got some wheels that tracked him down and pulled his flag?
Yes, it is. It is. It was obviously incredible snag by Sam Brown, and then Mitch, the man with the wheels, caught him. Got a fantastic tag there.
No substitute for speed in any sport, let alone flag. And now look at the set that we've got here from the Lions. Meredith at quarterback, and Thomas Nahn seems to be lined up and running back, and they've ignored the run. And there we go. Rocket.
Rocket right in the corner, methodical.
Nice. That's a laser. And the Metro Lions march their way back down the field, wind at their back, and it's a touchdown. We'll see now, going for one. Great pass there from Atino Meredith. Bought himself some time and just slung it in there. Sidearm action. You can see the flags on everyone at the moment, the wind blowing. And looking to try and convert the extras. Bunched wide receivers, everyone cutting out. Nahn's in the end zone, deep in the end zone. There he is, and he makes it. You know what? He went one way, cut in over the middle, and then saw that he was being covered, and with a slight fade, hits the out route and is found in the far corner of the end zone. And man, he's a tidy player, that Thomas Nahn.
Yeah, he does a route that is known as like China route, or if you're a Patriots fan, known as the Edelman route. And what it is you take a couple of steps, you slant across the middle, and then you break down and then shoot back the other way. You do that so that the man bites down on it and you get space, just like he had there.
North Harbour Pride back on offense now, and really doesn't want to get caught there in the end zone. It's a great pass.
Great pass.
They've found themselves straight away in the Metro Lions half, and he's missed the flag.
As quick as that.
And he hasn't scored, put a foot into touch, but I mean, whew, that's one way.
Yep.
And Niwa Whataira, I mean, he's lucky that outline got called, because he went lunging for the flag, missed it, and he's thanking someone up above right now that the outline jumped in and grabbed his foot. North Harbour Pride now only a yard away. They've got two wide receivers to the left, one to the right. Right does a quick out. Oh, great defence. That is wonderful defence by Eddie Taylor. He just reached in over the top and forced that ball into the ground, making sure that there was no way that there would be a reception there. And Eddie, confident fella.
Very confident. You would have remembered he was went down hurt at the start of the game, and he's just come back, and it looks like nothing's wrong with him.
Here we go. Trying to find it deep in the end zone, and there he is, Mitch. He's not only going to track you down, but he's going to find some space in the end zone, and he's going to take in. Oh, there's a flag been thrown, so this might not count. What can you see? What can you hear down there, Paul? It is a touchdown.
Yeah, so it looks like it was impeding the centre on the rush, but they've declined it as pass rusher was impeded, but they've declined it rather than touchdown.
Right,
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. So the touchdown will count, and they're going for 1 point. Wide receivers triple stack out to the left, and cutting in over the middle. Oh, unlucky. So, she's still alive, boys. North Harbour Pride march up the field. They get the touchdown. Can't convert the extras, though. And the Metro Lions will come back out with that strong breeze at their back. to try and tack some more points on from that 33 that they've already got. And Martino Meredith's been passing that ball well.
Oh, absolutely. I'd love to do some stats to see what his efficiency is. Because every time he seems to throw it, it just seems to be caught.
There they go again, stacked all their wide receivers in close to the centre. See what's going on. I've got a feeling they may be streaking, especially with Eddie. And there goes Eddie straight up the field. It's a long one. Eddie wasn't thrown to, though. Taking the option of Connor Egan, who makes it within a yard of the halfway line. And, of course, the reset of downs if they can get that extra yard. Give themselves a bit extra now. It's a yard and a half. I think Ezra was a bit kind there to North Harbour Pride. See, the quarterback's got the plays drawn up on his wristband, so the boys will come in and have a look. Eddie looked happy with the play, so could mean the ball's coming to him deep. Always a dead giveaway when you have a receiver that's highly vocal. There we go. Fake the run. There we go. It's a long one. He's gone out to the corners. Oh, great. Well defended.
Great defense. Was able to read that.
Of course, Eddie liked that play. He knew he was running all the way out into that corner, and he thought it was going to be 6 points. North Harbour Pride priding themselves in some good defence there. 9 minutes to play. Second half. Metro Lions well in charge. 33 points to 19 over the North Harbour Pride, and wide receivers snacked out. 3 to the left. Martino Meredith at quarterback. Takes it back, a couple of steps, rolls nicely out to his right. Shoulder fake, shoulder fake. He's looking these receivers in. There's Thomas Nunn again. He's got away. He's got his tag still. And there has been a flag being thrown, but showing his elusiveness. And that tag seemed to just fall out itself.
Yeah, so if you catch the ball and you don't have a flag on you, it's dead where it is, but it's a completed pass. Right. The moment that the flag falls out, play's ended. So it's really important. I did see a
referee flag being thrown there too, though, but I'm not sure if anything's coming of it. Paul Lawrence, maybe you can fill us in.
Yeah, so the flag was thrown. There was a legal contact on the reception. He was pushed in the back. Right. So it was called defensive pass interference. So the penalty is being declined. So the ball's just going to be spot where it is now.
So if you do find yourself in an advantageous position of being able to decline the penalty, that means that your pass that you completed and where you ended up with the ball is actually better than taking the penalty itself. So that's what's happened here with the Metro Lions.
Exactly. And there's strategy around declining. If you're in the end zone.
Emotion. We had a bit of emotion there. That looked nice. That looked nice. All bunched and tight, and then the wide receivers found themselves in space. And watch Thomas Nahn again. Yeah. He's so well aware of the space.
He just knows where the line is and where he needs to be.
And he just shuffles. He's small framed, but he knows exactly where his window is. He gives him that option every time. He just got into the end zone, only just in the end zone, and then just shuffled along that end zone until there was some space. And of course, Martino Meredith, he's threading the needle at the moment and found Thomas just waiting.
Yep, as Paul said, it's a game of inches.
If Paul says that again, I reckon that's a drink. Absolute sitter of a saying. All right, so they've taken the ball out, and is this still 1 play or 2 points?
Oh, high snap.
Oh, high snap. They're doing a few laterals. It's open now, and Ezra brings it in. It's the centre who found his way there, and there was a few laterals before it happened, Brendan, but they were keeping us all on our toes. You can see it here, 1 lateral, 2.
And then Darcy with the touchdown.
Darcy throws it in, and the extra points added. Once again, the Metro Lions showing us all how it's done. What would you like? A couple of laterals and an out route from our centre? Well, we'll put it on for you. So now, back to the North Harbour Pride, and they've got a mountain ahead of themselves now. Won't stop David Tupou, though, who tucks the ball under. And nice little slant route there run. And they will pick up almost all the yardage they need to get to halfway and reset their downs. I think they've given it
first down, yeah.
It's nice play to begin.
Yeah, bro. You're up. I'll find out. Because what time's your game?
And we sit and watch the players now, trying to decide what's going to happen as they throw into the sturdy wind. Once again, you can see in the flags starting to pick up. North Harbour Pride's David Tupou rolls out to his right, comes back to his left, being chased. Oh, it's a great pass. Evasion and step in, and he will be caught about 2 yards shy of the touchdown. So the Harbour Pride, I mean, what's changed, Brendan? In the second half, they've actually, their offense has been clicking.
It has been clicking. It's like Metro Lions seem to be splitting between a 2-2 defense or a triangle defense, and the quarterbacks have just figured out, right, we just know what we need to do. We're being smart with our players. We're not trying to force the ball. Let's go the safe distance. It's working for them. Just safe, smart football.
All right, here they go again. Tupou rolls out to his right, little stutter step, throws it in, and the big fella, Dylan Kirk, takes the touchdown. And he has proven quite the handful today.
Yeah.
He has been everywhere and in all the action. And a flag's been thrown. I believe false start on the offense. So they'll be marching that and taking the points off the board. And what was, as we're all commending them and patting them on the back, we'll take that touchdown away, and the North Harbour Pride will have to have another go at it. David Tupou. He's got 2 wide receivers out to the right, one off to his left, the big fella. Mitchell got himself free in the end zone. Can Tupou find him? No. Oh. And once again, Niwa found wanting. The ball was there, ready to be plucked, and didn't pick up the intercept. For those watching on the stream, if he'd picked up that intercept, Metro Lions back on attack. Let that one slip. So, where are we at now? 3rd down. There's 2 more opportunities. Or is it the 4th? No, 3rd down.
3rd down.
2 more opportunities to try and get this ball into the end zone. Tupou has the ball hiked back. Stutter step. He's put up a big lob. Put the big fella up. Mitchell comes down. No. What are they calling it? They're calling it not complete. To touch the ground. Well, Lawrence, we didn't see that. Did it actually hit the ground?
Yes. So Mitch went up with it. And he came down, but he didn't maintain control as he hit the ground. So as he hit the ground, the ball popped out. So it was ruled incomplete on the field.
Disappointing. That was a good throw. In fact, I thought it was a lollipop. I thought he'd put too much pressure on him, and he just flung it up there in a panic. But clearly it was drawn up. Tupou again, this is his last attempt to try and get this ball in, and he's got 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Tupou rolls out to the left, and he's under immense pressure. He still gets the gun away.
Touchdown, but was the flag pulled?
No. So one official was calling touchdown to the left corner, but head official says Tupou was sacked before, so his tag was taken before the ball got away, and so they've taken away another touchdown.
It's all about these missed opportunities. They'll be, after this game, that's all they'll be focusing on, the little mistakes.
And I mean,
but they add up.
Tupou had done the Lord's work, buying himself enough time and evaded the attack, the attacking rusher for long enough, and then got the rocket away, found the corner of the end zone, the catch was made, and all for nothing. So Metro Lions back out their offense. Tino Meredith has been playing very, very well in this one. Little shoulder fake, and then straight through to his brother, Ezra, who makes the diving lunge and catch. And they're having fun now, the boys, giggling at each other for stumbling on the catch.
Cool. And that's the 2-minute warning. So look for Metro Lions now just to run the clock out. They'll do short passes. They'll run around.
So and 2 minutes to play as the 2-minute warning, meaning that that's all we have in the second half left. Metro Lions up big, 41 points to 19 over the Pride. And just
a bomb.
Just Brendan had said it, they're going to run the clock out. Not at all.
No.
It's Eddie Taylor on the long run, the long streak, and that is the bomb we were thinking right from the first part of the second half. A great touchdown. Beat him on the streak route.
That
No one
play
was
would
even
have won
close.
me fantasy football.
That's right. Racking up the yardage and the score. What a touchdown. Eddie Taylor walks with a certain swag. Also, menacing stare. Always looks focused. Looks angry. He
He's
just
a nice
scored
guy
a-
off the field, though.
Mate, he just scored an absolute rocket. He's got that look like, don't get in my way still, which is the Metro Lions attitude, isn't it, Paul? That's you're used to seeing that attitude.
Yeah, Eddie's one of those players that you definitely want to be on the same team with. He's got an attitude like nothing else. He's actually been trying to get over to a junior college over in the States as well, and he was accepted. And there's a point after thrown from Darcy. He was accepted over into JUCO in the States, but then COVID came along, of course, and that curtailed those plans. So he's still hoping to get over.
Perhaps that's why the menacing stare continues. The frustration with COVID. I think we've all had it. But yep, wonderful bring in there from Connor Egan, who jumped up in that end zone and added the extras. So 2 plays, Metro Lions stack on a touchdown and the extra point, and the North Harbour Pride, well, are looking each other in the eye, going right into the strong wind. What have we got? And David Tupou takes the ball. He's going to lob one up. It's right down the middle, though. Oh, Mitchell cut back in and almost pulled that off. That would have been quite the play. Flashing orange boots. Mitchell, of course, we saw him track down playing defense before and had a touchdown taken off him, so he probably would have liked to have brought that one in. And looks like time is up on the clock. Must be close to the end of this one.
I think we're in the 2 minutes we have stop clock if it's anything other than a completion.
Right, okay,
So-
there we go.
Although our clock has ended.
Our clock on the screen has ended. Forget about that. It's telling you lies. There's Dylan Kirk once again. Just an absolute stalwart. He's that guy. He's that possession receiver you all want on your fantasy team. Paul Lawrence, he hasn't looked lost out there, going from quarterback to wide receiver.
No, not at all.
At centre.
Not at all. One thing that was lost on that play, though, was one of his flags. So he's actually gone back about 10 metres, unfortunately. So the ball's going to be spot where he caught the ball. So that all that evasion, unfortunately, was for nothing for Dylan Kirk.
Looked good on camera, though, and everyone can see just how he can swivel those hips, which in the TikTok nation is something to be admired. As David Tupou gets the snap back, 2 wide receivers to the right, gives it straight back to his centre. Just trying to march it up the field now. They know this one's in the bag and not going to be a win for them. So,
No, but they've played incredibly well this tournament, and it's evident.
yeah, it's always tough to do when you roll into your seeding game, knowing that you're only playing with 7 people. That's both offense and defense, because everyone else is injured. And there's our bomb we've been looking for. Tupou, he liked the look of it. He liked the look of it. It did sail wide in the end. Of course, throwing into the wind, pushed it out of the end zone. And that was it.
21.
29 seconds to go, is it?
Yep.
And it looks like Metro Lions are they're not gonna go easy on him. I think this is a good chance to flex one's bicep. This is a good chance to go long and
It'll be the nail's already in the coffin. Let's just lower it down.
yeah. Really, Paul, you tell us what you're telling me over the stream.
All right. So basically, only one other team has put up 50 points in this tournament this weekend, and currently Metro Lions are sitting on 49 with 29 seconds to go.
All right,
Let's see how they do it.
this will be it. A little rugby pass and then to start it. And no, trying to pick it all up in one go. Ezra failed to bring that one in. Not the tidiest of passes there from Sam Brown, but the great thing about it, when you've got a lead like this, you get to see all the lads' arms, don't you? You bring out you're not your 3rd string, not your 4th string, your 5th and 6th string quarterback. See how well they can throw when you've got a lead like this and you're just having a bit of fun. But Meredith took his time off to the and went off to the sideline, but he's returned to hike the ball at centre. And here they go. The big arm, the wind. They're going wild. They want it all, and it's a pick.
Pick in the end zone.
North Harbour Pride They don't want 50 scored on them, and with good reason. So the Metro Lions fail to reach the 50.
Nine
9
seconds left.
to go. And so if I'm the Pride, I'm taking a knee. Not in the end zone though. I don't want to make sure that we get the 50 cracked on us. Metro Lions will be stuck at 49, Pride 19, unless there's a pick six here. Or a safety. No. Big throw. Mitchell. Oh. Pride had other things on their mind. They were going for it all.
Flag on the field.
Flag's been thrown.
I think that was thrown past the line of scrimmage. A legal forward pass thrown over the line of scrimmage.
So they will replay this one and lose a bit of yardage. Let's see what happens. The clock must be dead after that. That took well over 9 seconds for that play to take place. So this should be, theoretically, the last play of the game as the wind starts to pick up. As the wind starts to pick up, it's going to be tough. Tupou, they'll run out. And they tried a quick snap catch there and timeout.
Timeout.
And true to me, I've gone and called it early, just like you did, Brendan, saying that this will be where the Metro Lions run it out. I said the clock must be over, and I was wrong as well. So
we've got our original quarterback in. One last play.
One last play, and Dylan Kirk has come back. He's going to give that shoulder one last chance to let loose. Let's see what happens. I'm guessing Mitchell's going to be in the end zone, and it's going to be a lob. There it goes. It's a big throw. Looked like it hurt too.
Incomplete.
And that is us. Game in the books. Well done to the Metro Lions. A dominant performance. 49 points to 19 over the Pride. And these two teams, it's been an eventful weekend for them, Brendan. Plenty to be proud of.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They're both two new. Well, flag football is relatively new in Auckland, and it's just shown that there's a lot of players here, and that it's going to get better and better and better. The foundation there is for the Pride. I expect to see them going better. Metro Lion is strong, but let's go see what Paul has to say. Yeah,
Paul Lawrence down sideline. Who have you got, Paul?
Yeah, cheers, guys. It's a big win, eh? Big win in these games. A lot of high-flying antics. Down here with Connor Regan. You would have seen him early on at the start of the game. Connor scored a couple of quick early touchdowns to give your boys the lead. That was a lot of fun out there, eh?
Absolutely. You got to enjoy it, and the team chemistry is great. We're an official club, and we like playing with each other, and that practice really pays off. It always makes you feel good putting up a couple of touchdowns. And
we were commenting at halftime as well about how you got quite a few young boys in the team as well who come up through the Colts, and they've sort of gone away from, well, I guess, gone through the ranks. They played a couple of years juniors, now they're coming out playing in the men's open, and some of these guys got amazing hands.
Oh, it's fantastic to see young Tom, coming up from the Colts, and he's showing that he can hold his own with grown men, and that guy's got some real talent, so I hope he goes places.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, Connor. Great job out there, man. Well done.
Cheers, mate. Take care.
Yeah, great job there from the North Harbour Pride and the Metro Lions. Entertaining match. We'll be back shortly with another one, which we can wrap our laughing gear around.
None of you people can tell me to lower the lights down, hand over my crown, hand over my heart. I do this for my town, I do this for my crowd. So turn me up real loud. My time. None of you people can tell me to stop. Turning the track up, I'll never go back down. Hand over my heart. I do this for my town, I do this for my crowd. So turn me up real loud. My time.